Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy, and today I have your July 2019 monthly Tarotscope. So we are going to be taking a peek at your month of July, what you need to know, what are the overarching themes, what do we need to understand so you can best navigate this month of July. So we will dive right in, and we're going to take a peek first at the overarching themes for this month. And I am going to comment that as I'm going to shuffle up these cards, I always say anything that's part of the reading or that happens during the reading is part of the reading. And I just barely was hanging on to those cards, right? When I went to go shuffle them, I almost dropped them. So I think this is saying to me that part of what's going on for you guys is that you are trying to juggle a lot. And if you're not careful, you are going to drop the ball on some things. You are going to miss important things. So you want to make sure that you are aware of everything that you have going on, what you could maybe give less attention and energy into, so that you can make sure that you are getting to all of those things that you need to prioritize and need to get to, because this is going to be really important for you this month. But let's take a look at the card that we have for this month. Okay, so the Moon card. Lots of important insights are going to be happening at night. You may find yourself having a lot of dreams. You might find yourself having a lot of intuitive dreams, or dreams that are just giving you information about what you need to know. I find that a lot of times dreams are symbolic. So what I usually say to people is, after you have a dream, ask yourself, what are the symbols that showed up in that dream, and what does that mean to me? You know, how do I interpret that? What does that mean to me? What is the significance of that to me? That will begin to give you some insights into your dreams and into what's going on. This is also about releasing the fears that hold you back. Okay, so I want you to really take stock in what's holding you back. How is fear holding you back in your life? How would your life be different if you weren't afraid? What changes would you make? What would you do differently? And really ask yourself this, because I do feel as though you're going to be making some leaps of faith, and you are going to have to be pushing through some of these fears and making some important changes in order for you to be your happiest self. So beginning this month by taking stock in, how does fear hold me back? How would things be different? What might I change if I wasn't afraid? So let's take a look at what are the challenges and barriers showing up in the month of July for you. Okay, here we have the Chariot reverse. Okay, so this is kind of a halt to movement. You might feel very stuck. You might feel like things are not moving forward that are meant to move forward. You might find yourself feeling impatient with that. You may actually have a physical move, whether that's your home, your office, whatever that might be, but you might find yourself find that coming to a halt this month. It might not go through the way that you wanted to. Understand that everything happens in divine timing. So if something does get halted, if something does get stopped, that is because it's not meant to be in this timing, and there are better options available to you. So be patient through whatever it is that is not moving forward. Let yourself sort of surrender that to the universe, to God, whatever you want to call that, and just ask for things to show up and happen for you in divine timing. Because when you can surrender it, when you can let it go, and when you can stop trying to control it, this is where the real magic happens. I always say that, right? So this is actually sometimes where we release the energy that's blocking us in the first place by saying, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm going to just hand this over to God and let Him take over it, let Him do that, because I don't know what I'm doing here. And the sooner we can surrender with things, the better. This is where the magic happens, like I said. So the next card that we're going to take a look at is what's going well and how can you foster that. Okay, so money is looking good for you this month. We have the Six of Earth, and the Six of Earth itself says gifts of money, time, or effort. New career opportunities. So this might be part of the moves for you. You might find yourself getting ready to make a move, and new career opportunities showing up, and then receiving a loan or paying off debts. This is kind of like where unexpected money comes in, and you're able to better your financial status. You're able to better things financially for yourself in some way, shape, or form. So expect that the money is going to be flowing. more nicely than maybe it normally would be, or on a higher level this month, or it might be in the form of gifts or opportunities, or even finding yourself having an ample amount of time. I mean, how great is that when you can have extra time to do things? So you might find yourself just experiencing the gift of having extra time in your life as well. So abundance shows up in many, many different forms. Now let's take a look at what actions you should take for the month of July. Six of Fire. Okay, so this is like the Six of Fire is a warrior who has come back from battle, and he is being celebrated, and he is smiling his way through it. Maybe he knows that he's been through a ton, but he's really excited that he is on the other side of this. And the card itself says victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. This is about you being celebrated. This is about you being honored. And this is about you allowing that. Let people celebrate you. Let people say kind, loving things to you. Let people be supportive of you. Let people compliment you. This is going to be really important, because this is something that you have done well. And when we do things well, I do find that we are oftentimes celebrated in some way, shape, or form by the universe. So let it happen. Let gifts show up for you. Let rewards show up for you. Let recognition show up for you. This is going to be a great energy, and I think that if you allow that, there is going to be even more success that comes with it on the other side of that, because suddenly you have elevated, you have leveled up, you have achieved something important that is going to be important for your future. So that's a really great energy for you to have this month. And last but certainly not least, we're going to take a look at what else you need to know for this month. Okay. So here we have the Five of Water. Okay, so I do feel as though there's going to be a release. There's going to be a letting go. There's going to be a forgiveness. And I want you to remember that when you forgive something or someone, it's not about releasing them or them not having consequences for what has happened, but it's more about releasing your energy and releasing yourself from the past. And I think this is kind of you taking a pause and recognizing that while things have not turned out the way that you expected in so many ways, and while, the vision of the future that you had for yourself is, the reality is quite different from that, that doesn't mean that you have to dwell on it or feel bad about it. There are so many gifts here, and I want you to look for the gifts. I want you to look for the ways that God has shown up for you, and the ways that there have been surprises and synchronicities and beautiful things and miracles that have happened in your life. And I want you to recognize that and not be so focused on the past or things not being the way that you expected them to be. Let them be what they are and find the magic in what they are, because when you can do that, you are tuned in, you are tapped into your gratitude, and when you are tapped into your gratitude, amazing and miraculous things can manifest, maybe even better than you ever expected them to. So those are your messages for the month of July. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity by Christy, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. And please, guys, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You will get notifications for every video that I upload, and it helps to support the channel, which I always appreciate. Thank you so much, and have a magical day. Take care.